These are 11 moments when ordinary lives were interrupted, and a camera was there to record it. Each clip comes to us from a security feed, a baby monitor, or a short post on social media. Some were uploaded to TikTok or Reddit. Others are raw footage from a shop or a home alarm. The only rule we'll follow here: show what the camera shows and let the mystery remain. If you have footage like these, send it to the submissions email in the description. We may feature it in a future episode. 1. Moses. Park footage. Who? An afternoon at a neighborhood park, uploaded by Moses. What the camera shows. The playground is quiet. The camera pans with a child playing off-frame. A tall tree looms near the slide. For a beat, a dark shape slips from behind the trunk. It's brief. You see the outline of a person, then nothing. Later in the same clip, the pedal on a spring ride that had been still is swinging on its own when an adult checks the equipment. The camera captures nothing between the two moments to explain the movement. Human reaction. Moses posts the clip with visible unease. He and his family return later to inspect the playground. They decide to leave earlier than planned. Follow-up. The uploader says they were shaken and left the park that day. There are no follow-up posts explaining what the figure might have been. Question. Was that a passerby caught at the edge of the frame, a trick of light behind the tree, or something the camera witnessed that the family could not explain? 2. Philippines. Child's blanket pulled. Who? A home in the Philippines shared by a worried parent. What the camera shows. A bedroom with a small child tucked on a mat. The blanket is smooth. A faint motion at the blanket's edge pulls it sharply for a second. The child's legs remain curled under the blanket, suggesting the child wasn't the one to make the motion. The camera angle is steady, and the yank looks deliberate. Human reaction. The family is alarmed. They tell viewers they checked the room and later called a priest to pray over the house. Follow-up. The uploader does not post frequent updates. The report given with the clip is limited to that initial, frightened reaction. Question. Could a draft, a loose strap, or a hidden sibling explain the pull, or does the footage capture something else tugging at a child's blanket? 3. Two sisters, home alarm and shadow figure. Who? Two sisters who rely on home security to feel safer. What the camera shows. Footage from the home alarm and nearby appliances that inadvertently capture reflections. A front door is caught opening on its own. Then a bedroom door seems to move. In a reflective appliance surface, a quick dark form streaks by. Too fast to be a person walking deliberately. The motion looks like a blur in the mirror of a refrigerator or a glass cabinet rather than a fully framed figure. Human reaction. The sisters say they evacuated the house and reviewed footage together. They share a trembling voice at the end of the clip, unsure what moved through their home. Follow-up. Parts of the security footage show nothing at all when motion should have been expected. The sisters later analyze blank segments, but don't offer a definitive explanation. Question. Is this a simple reflection or glare, creating the illusion of movement? Or did something pass through the sisters' home that tricked even their alarm system? 4. Jensen family. Moving toy duck and orbs. Who? The Jensen family, parents, and a young child. What the camera shows. A toy duck lies near a crib. The camera is fixed on the child's play area. Without any visible contact, the duck shifts position and appears to slide across the floor. At other points in the clip, pale orbs float through the room, small lights that drift slowly through the frame. The child wakes up at one point, crying and frightened. Human reaction. Jensen posts that their child has woken multiple times scared, and the family considers moving for their peace of mind. Follow-up. The family shares images of the orbs and toy movement. They discuss the possibility of camera artifacts. but there is no final conclusion and no confirmation that they moved out. Question: could static electricity and a sloping floor account for the duct's movement and the orbs be dust caught in infrared? Or did the camera record something that unsettled a household enough to consider leaving? 5. Joey. Apartment disturbances. Who? Joey and their family, living in an urban apartment. What the camera shows: cabinet doors that should be closed click slightly ajar. A toy in a supposedly locked room begins to play by itself. Through a balcony window, a shadow crosses the glass like someone passing by on the outside, stopping for a beat as if peering in. The feed captures the toy activating even when no one is in the room and shows subtle shifts in objects that seem to be at rest. Human reaction. Joey's uploads taper off after a while. In the initial posts, the family speaks quietly, concerned. They tell viewers they feel watched at times. Follow-up. The family stops posting regular updates after reporting these episodes. No conclusion is given in the clip itself. Question: are we watching the consequences of loose doors and stray wind, an animal on the balcony, or a pattern of movement that a camera caught and a family could not explain? 6. Memorial. Balloon at a funeral. Al Valencia and Michelle. Who? A small memorial gathering after a funeral, with Al Valencia present and footage referencing Michelle. What the camera shows. At a graveside or memorial table, someone releases a balloon. The balloon drifts in a way that is oddly directed toward a younger brother who is standing nearby. In the recording, the balloon seems to slow, change course, and then lightly touch the young man's shoulder before drifting away. The moment is quiet and intimate. Human reaction. Those present express surprise and in one upload, comfort. Viewers online split. Some see the touch as a moment of solace. Others call it coincidence or a gust of air. Follow-up. The clip is shared with comments about grief and the ways people look for signs. No definitive explanation is offered. Question: was that a wind current catching a balloon in a particular way, an illusion of proximity recorded by the camera, or a moment that some will remember as meaningful contact? 7. Juan. Steel door handle shakes. Who? Juan, who posted a single grainy clip showing a metal door. What the camera shows: a sturdy steel door. The handle trembles as though someone is turning it from the outside. There is no silhouette in the doorway. The shaking is recorded clearly enough for viewers to see metal flex and the subtle vibration through the frame. The camera is fixed on the entrance. Human reaction. Juan posts the clip once, expressing alarm. The tone is terse. He disappears from posting after that initial upload. Follow-up. No updates follow. The uploader does not return with an explanation or footage showing what happened before or after. Question: could something mechanical, or a wind-induced pressure change, make a heavy handle move like that? Or did a desperate but unseen force try the handle from the other side? 8. York Dungeon Gift Shop. Repeated Thursday activity. Who? Security footage from the York Dungeon Gift Shop, shared by staff members and visitors. What the camera shows: multiple nights of footage, each with unexplained activity concentrated on Thursday evenings. Merchandise shifts slightly on its own. A prop that should be still moves. In one clip, a small costumed figure seems to appear at the edge of the aisle when no staff are present. The motion repeats in patterns that staff note, not a one-off fluke. Human reaction. Employees and visitors begin to point out the pattern. Some joke about it being marketing. Others grow uneasy and check footage more closely. Follow-up. Staff speculate whether it could be a prank, a recurring environmental effect, or something else. Repeated clips suggest a pattern rather than a single anomaly. Question: is this the result of scheduling, staff movement not captured on camera, or a recurring phenomenon centered on a particular night that has no simple explanation? 9. falling shopping bag and the whispered hi. Who, a mother doing errands, captured when she returns home and sets shopping bags down. What the camera shows. The mother places several bags on the floor by the door. One falls seemingly on its own a few seconds later. In the audio feed accompanying the clip, a faint, quiet voice says, "Hi." The house is otherwise calm on camera. The timing of the vocalization and the bag's fall is what unnerves viewers. Human reaction. The uploader is unsettled and shares the clip with a shaky caption. Neighbors are not visibly present on camera. The family listens to the recording repeatedly. Follow-up. There are no subsequent posts clarifying whether the voice was identified, and the uploader leaves the clip open for speculation. Question. Could the sound be a neighbor's passing greeting picked up faintly by a porch mic? Or did an unaccounted-for presence make a small, eerie entrance into the frame? 10. Boston student snap. Dark figure at the door. Who? A college student in Boston who posted a photo taken late at night. What the camera shows. A single snap, grainy with low light. In the doorway, a shadowy figure appears to peek around the threshold. The student lifts the phone to photograph the moment, and, when they look back toward the door directly, the shape is gone. The image has that instant turned still quality that makes viewers study it frame by frame. Human reaction. The student shares the image with a brief caption and says they were alone when they took the photo and that nothing was there when they looked up. They do not include a follow-up that explains the figure. Follow-up. No further updates are posted. The image circulates online with speculation and debate. Question. Was the photo a trick of exposure and timing, a passerby caught in a split second, or an interruption in a quiet night that only a camera froze in time? 11. Tally, baby monitor footage. Who? Tally, who uploaded a baby monitor recording. What the camera shows. A live feed of a child's room. The scene is ordinary. Toys, a small bed, soft nightlight. At a certain point, something appears in the room that, according to the setup, shouldn't be there while the child is supposedly alone. The object or shape moves slowly enough to register on the monitor, causing a disturbance in the feed. The child is later shown playing and unaware, but the recorded presence is captured plainly on the monitor. Human reaction. Tally posts the clip with concern, describing the timing and the fact that an adult was not in the room when the footage was taken. Viewers respond with a mix of protective worry and technical explanations. Follow-up. No continuing posts outline an explanation or a resolution. Question. Might the engineer in us point to monitor glitches, reflections off a window, or stray shadows? Or does the camera simply show a presence that cannot be readily dismissed? Looking back across these 11 clips, a few threads stand out. Most happen in places we think of as safe. Parks, bedrooms, memorials, small shops. The witnesses are ordinary people, parents, siblings, store staff, students. Technology plays a central role. Cameras that we set up to keep an eye on children, a home's front door, or a shop counter become imperfect recorders of the unexpected. They catch glimpses we might otherwise miss. They freeze motion into an image we must interpret. Equally striking is the human response. Fear and discomfort are common reactions. Some families left their homes or considered moving. Some called for spiritual intervention. Others turned to their devices, replaying footage until the mystery hardened into a memory. A few uploaders stopped posting after their clips spread. That silence becomes part of the story. It's as telling as any frame of footage. And then there is the audience, the internet as jury. Clips like these live in comment sections where viewers propose natural causes, drafts, technical glitches, staged pranks. Others find patterns or odd timing and suspect something more. Yet none of these clips, as presented, proves a paranormal conclusion. Each remains an unsettling, unresolved scene. The footage shows. It does not decide. Which of these 11 moments felt convincing to you, and which felt explainable? Tell us in the comments which clip unsettled you most and why. If you have your own footage, security camera, baby monitor, or something caught on your phone, email it to our submissions address in the description. We may feature it in a future episode. If you found this collection intriguing, please like and subscribe. Share your thoughts below, and tell us which clip left you speechless.